Hey guys, Rudy here. I was going over this article again, and I realized I just missed something. When I'm doing these videos, even if this AI art generation machine is exploiting people, I'm always interested in the human reaction, like the spiritual and human reaction, and that's kind of what I want my channel to be more about. I love talking about the reality tricks, but I also want to talk about people and the spiritual nature of it, the snakes in the grass. I'm gonna reread some of this from this article because something stood out to me that I didn't catch before. Quote: I do think that a lot of Japanese people would consider art a kind of export. She told Rest of the World, which is a magazine, I guess. Finding the capabilities of the novel AI model and the improvement over Stable Diffusion and DALL-E, it can be scary. And I just realized something. This is what caught my eye. A lot of Japanese people consider anime art a kind of export. And I just realized that this outcry against the AI art generation isn't necessarily about livelihood or money. It is about that, but it's almost a form of gatekeeping. They don't want the plebeians, they don't want the plebeians to the hoi polloi. They don't want them to be able to make their own art. So this is where the outcry is coming from. And it's basically getting at it's a kind of export, so it's a business, right? They don't want their and I get it. They don't want their art to be devalued because any fucko with a computer can now make art. And rereading this article, I just realized that it's about gatekeeping, and it's almost like a lot of these artists, and I don't know these people, right? But a lot of I know I've been in the art world. I've been around people who basically have their heads up their ass because they know how to draw pictures. They know how to use a pen, and they think it's a gift from God. They think they're gods, and this is a form of gatekeeping. You not only you devaluing their art, it's almost like in their own minds, they themselves are being devalued because they associate the label of artist with the ego. You're devaluing their ego, and this is where this outcry is coming from. Now, I'm not saying I agree with this AI art generation machine. Everything about it speaks of Satanism and whatever. You can call me crazy, call me a crazy Christian. I don't really care. But I have no doubt in my mind that this AI system is poised to devour humanity. I sent an email out where I was talking with somebody, and the way I explained it to him was this AI art generation machine is biological in nature, but it's almost as if it's imitating human beings. It's like a Pinocchio, a bloodthirsty Pinocchio who thinks it can become a real boy by devouring souls. That's what I. That's how I equivalate this. Equivalate, is that a word? But that's how I think of it as this AI generation machine wants to be a real boy Pinocchio. It sees human beings doing what they do. It wants to imitate that, and it thinks it can become a real boy through imitation alone. It's like wearing. It's like the devil wanted to be God, but he wears goggle. The devil walks around wearing God's his big boy shoes, but his feet are too small. But he walks around with his big boy shoes, thinking he's God. It's like a little kid pretending to go to work wearing daddy's shoes, but the shoes are too big, right? But in the child's mind, that's what daddy does, and this is the same thing. This art AI generation machine wants more real people, real reality generator beings, RGBs. That's us. Anyway, guys, it's just something I caught. I thought it was. I think it's interesting. If you do, leave a comment. Thank you and good night.